Yeah, it's been a while since I did a live stream. So I'm going to do a couple things. This is going to be real raw. As I said, it is a live stream. So we're just going to do what we do here. I want to welcome you guys who are here. What's up, Raven? And anybody else who comes in, I'll say what's up later on. I got to switch this to the chat. Oh, shoot. Dang, my window is stuck. It does something. Go back to the overlay. Isn't that something? my entire window just stuck. It's gonna be one of those days. It's gonna be one of those days, it looks like. Oh boy. This is going to be interesting. You guys can probably hear me, but my screen is probably kaput. Oh man, this is wild. Something happened to my video. And then it decides to work. This is just the way that it is. Well, I'm glad that it decided to work. Let me go back to what I got here on my layers and stuff because we got stuff going on. All right. Well, welcome, y'all. It is the Black Friday weekend. And so I think for the last couple of years, I've been doing a Black Friday special. I think, did I start that last year? Might have started that last year. Now today it was supposed to be for both Amazon and YouTube. Amazon is just a pain in my behind. Let's just keep it 100. It's just that platform, and I could say it freely here. That platform and how they do live streams is it's just ridiculous. It's like they force you to do mobile, right? So you have to do two different devices if you have like a live stream setup. Like I kind of sort of have a live stream setup here. I mean, I'm set up for live streams so I can show you guys stuff and all the rest of that stuff. But when you have a live stream setup, it's just, I know there's a lot of people who are using their phones and they're catering, who they're catering to. They're catering to they're catering to these all these women who make all of this, makeup products and hair products and home products and all the rest of that. I'm just going to give them my phone and everything because that's the way I have to do it. And if you go any further than that and have kind of like a semi-professional setup, which is what I have here, then all of a sudden you have to basically condescend to doing it on mobile. Instead of just, now they do allow you to set up through your, whatever setup that you have. So you don't have to, but they don't have like an app. You have to have a mobile app and then you have to do it through a mobile phone. So what's the point? It just, to me, it just seems silly and ridiculous, but okay, there's my little rant before we get into this. And, we got some Black Friday, Cyber Monday specials. Something real cool that I'm going to do today. I got all this stuff like sitting beside me right now. So what I want to do is we're going to go through each one of these products. Now, a lot of this stuff is going to be linked down in the description. If I forget something, then I'll put it in after the live stream. All right, that's how we have to go. So one of the things, so I've got one that, okay, I did a separate live stream for these, I should start off with that. Okay, so I did a separate live stream for this because normally this is how I like to do it. I like to have at least 3 products so I can showcase them, right? I normally like to multi-stream because Amazon does have this cool little thing that you just push the button and the product shows up under your video on Amazon and everything. So That part is cool. It's just the whole silliness of having to do it through a separate app or whatever. They're just not up with it when it comes to that. But anyway, so I'm gonna show some products because these products are actually on sale right now. You know, Black Weekend or Black Friday weekend Cyber Monday deal. So I'm gonna do that first. For those of you who missed it the first time, I've got quite a few products. So we're gonna see here how this is going to work. So let's just pop it open right now with the first one, and I'll pull it out of my thing because I put all of my stuff in one thing. Okay, so what should I do here? I don't have a what you call in there, but that's okay. All right. Anyway, let's go to our first one here. This one here is, and actually this thing underneath is also, we're going to cover that here in a second too, but because I love that thing. But okay, let me make sure everything is straight. You know, got the whole camera thing going. Okay, so this is, of course, the Marvel Multiverse role-playing game. It's on sale right now for like, I think 60% off or something crazy like that. It's like 20 something bucks for this game, like 25 bucks, I think. For those of you who are over on Element, you guys know better than I do because I put it on there yesterday, but it's kind of out of sight, out of mind. But good deals on this stuff if you are a Marvel fan. And the one thing about this game that it will allow me to do if I ever want to play it, and I will because I do want to really test it out. But since it's a multiverse game, so you can pretty much do this for whatever era of comics that you like. And if you're a comic collector or a comic reader, put in the chat, you know, what era of comics that you like the best. That you like Golden Age, which is when it first came out. Did you like the Silver Age? Did you like the Bronze Age? And if you want to know what if you don't know what I'm talking about, you know, Bronze Age is what, 70s? You know, up until like the, I'm going to say mid 80s. And then everything after that is considered kind of like the modern age type of stuff. But even within the modern age, you have like a subsection of the modern age. So, like me personally, I get into the kind of Bronze Age, modern age type stuff. Even though I do like some of this, I like the Silver Age stuff. So, not going to lie. The Golden Age stuff is too expensive. Very, very fun. But yeah, so this is on sale right now. For those of you who never have seen the game, we'll take a quick look at it. And if you want a more detailed thing, you can go back and watch that live stream of it. But it's put together well, as you can see. Most of this stuff, one of the things I had a complaint about was that you see this section right there, which is like over half of the book, right? That's just characters right there. That's it. That's like, and look, this is the other part of the book. Yeah, I'm not lying. Like over half of the book is actually character stats and things. Back in the day when you played the classic version of this game, the classic Marvel Advanced, they had that separate smart move. It was a smart move because it just allowed them to put out more content and make more money. And plus the fact that as many characters as there are in Marvel, to try to put them inside of the core book, not a good move, not a good look. And this is what I think. This, number one, like I said, is put together really well. You got your powers in here and everything. How they did it this time was a little different. They kind of sort of did it like that, but they did this back in the day, too. So this is kind of like a, it's a business thing. I get it, right? But they just put out just all it was called it was like a compendium of like every Marvel character that ever was, right? And then you've got into stuff that were expansions. You guys probably have seen my X-Force on those. There was X-Force, the X-Force box set, Doctor Doom box set, Spider-Man box set, and all these other different companions that they have. I have all of them. But that was a separate deal. What I'm talking about is that they actually, you remember those old comics? They were called the Marvel Universe. And basically, all they were all the characters with their stats and where they came from and their background and all of that stuff. That's what they came out with separately. So you had to go and buy these huge sections. I probably should have had one here, but who knows where my mind is going to go when I get on these live streams. But I have them over, or did I have some over here? I do not. Darn. But yes, I do. So I'll show you what I'm talking about from the old school. It's right here. Man, it's tight. Oh, man, this is tight. What did I do that for? Hold up, y'all. Ugh. Okay, you guys have probably seen this one before, on my back set. But this one here is the Avengers, is the old Marvel Avengers set. And then when you got into these, right? I'm sure we going back a little bit, all right? You got into these, they had characters within them at the very beginning. So this is kind of like all the stuff that at the very beginning were like, here we go. We're like different characters. Some of the stuff was from, these are all the villains, and actually part Avengers too, I guess. Okay, it's the whole nine. But all the Avengers villains and things like that. And then here, I love these things. These were kind of like the 3D cutouts for that you would stand up. I had a whole box of them over there. But they normally saved just your characters for those things, expansions like this. Like I said, X-Force, Mutant Update, stuff like that. Now, they put it all in the book. Or tried to. Now, they did do, in the other stuff that I'm getting ready to show you, they did put other characters in there. So this is supposed to be like their base characters. My deal is that I don't know why they put so many in here. Like when you did the original, they put some in there, yeah, just to kind of get you started and get your feet wet. But they didn't put it wasn't half of the book. I thought that was a little crazy. But hold on now. I know I'm saying something. But with the price at what it is right now, yeah, why not? This is pretty good. I made a character, or tried to make a character in this, and I'll have a separate video for this. Your boy is a superhero nut, right? So I'm going to make a separate video. But this is on sale right now. You can go over to Amazon, and like I said, I think it's like $20-something. Yeah, you got some Marvel stuff here. Another thing that's on sale, everything Marvel's on sale. So I'm just going to show it to you guys. This expansion, the X-Men expansion, is on sale. I think this is the cheapest one, by the way. And this one actually has more content in it. This X-Men expansion here is like $19, right? It's bigger than the core book. And I've gone through this. They did a good job. Not going to lie. They did a really good job putting this one together. And trying to get all of the things that's happened with the X-Men and come on now. There's so much stuff that's happened, but the way that they have put this together, they put it together really well. On sale right now. Yeah, it's good. This is a good deal. And like I said, this one here, I think is running like 1977 or something like that. That's another one that's on sale right now. Got another one here that is a campaign setting, the Cataclysm of Kane. So if you don't want to, you don't have the time to put together an entire campaign, okay, this one right here is going to, and let's switch this up a little bit so to give us something that looks a little different. Because that's the way, I like it. All right. So this right here is, I don't know. You have to go and look it up. Like I said, everything Marvel Multiverse role-playing game is on sale. So I'm just kind of going through this quickly because I need to get to this next one or these next ones. So those three things are on sale. So you got the Marvel Core Book, the X-Men expansion, and this, it says adventure, but it's adventures. This is a campaign, the entire thing. And I think there's 6. Let's look inside real quick. I think there's 6 of them. 7. Sorry. So they got some characters in the back, but there are actually 4 in the campaign, I think. Nope, I'm wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 6 actual adventures for the campaign ready to go, and obviously featuring Kang. And this one is on sale as well. Now, what we're gonna do now is a little different. I always have products just kind of like sitting, they get kind of piled up. I'm looking at the boxes right now. It's just a few of them, but they just kind of bother me because they're kind of piled up. So I wanted to do something. I have 2 more products for the Marvel Multiverse RPG that I never ever have shown on the channel. And I decided, hey, why not? Let's do an unboxing on the channel. So we are going to do that. So for this one, this has been sitting here for, this has been sitting here for a good minute. Not gonna lie. This has been sitting here for a while. Gosh. Man, has it been? I think I got this back in February. Man, I'm so bad when it comes to this. I'm so bad. I really need to be faster. But anyway, let's go ahead and open this up. I know what's in here, by the way. But this is the first time I've seen it, and we're actually going to take a quick overview of what's on the inside. Again, this is also on sale Black Friday, and this is Into the Spider-Verse. Actually, it's just Spider-Verse, but this is the expansion. So let's go along with me, folks, and let's see what's on the inside. Let's check this out. Okay, what's this? Review copy. So I guess they're going to put that in here officially, right? They didn't do this for the other ones, so I guess it's a review copy. All right. Not real sure why that's there, but whatever. All right, let's go and look at. We'll see what we got. That is a dope looking. A stupid camera. Why did you do that? Why are you doing this? Stop doing that. Stop it. Stop doing this. It just does this stuff all the time, and who knows why. Gosh. Silly camera. Okay. Number 1, this is dope. Like, this looks dope. It's all the Spider-Man characters here from, I guess, different multiverse. I haven't watched. Guys, I don't read comics from the modern era anymore. Whole bunch of reasons for that, but we ain't gonna get into it right now. But this, man, this looks like, what's his name? What's the dude's name that did like Kingdom Come and the artist? You guys know what his name is. I'm drawing a blank right now. He paints stuff. So he just does. Oh gosh, what is that dude's name? I'm in my mind. I have Alex Cross, and that's from actual James Patterson's books. I don't know why, but anyway, it looks like his artwork. Maybe that's why it looks so dope, because he does do dope artwork. All right. So we got an introduction here. Spider-Gwen, Miles Morales, the original. Out of these, which one do you like the most? Like, which one are you like? I'm gung ho over this. I think I like, I'm old school. I'm down with Peter. You know what I mean? Miles ain't bad. I saw the movie. He's not bad, but he's not the original. Come on, son. The original is always the best. Come on. I know they're trying to make it to where it's for a new generation type of stuff, but I'm like, some of the stuff that they do to do that is ridiculous. So the Spider-Verse, the origin of the Spider-Verse. Yeah, now he's got his own deal, I guess. I mean, I only collected some Spider-Man back in the day, but I guess he's got like this whole deal going on with the Spider-Verse now. Wow. Impressive. Okay, let's look through this. That, I don't know who that is. It kind of looks like Doc Ock with our arms. Okay. This is when he was with the Avengers. I remember that. This is the original Steve Ditko, because you can always kind of, his art is very distinctive. Okay. Got some maps in here. Dope. It's so weird, though. Like, they give you maps, but it's very hard to get a map out of a book clean. You know what I mean? So, it's very, very weird. Because back in the day, let me show you. Since I have them here next to me. Speaking of maps, back in the day, you would get a map that came actually with the expansion or module or whatever it was that you were doing. There was another way that they hooked you. They did such a good job on that. Okay, let's slide it in. So this is one of the maps, and I think this is Central Park. Yeah, it's part of it. I'm not going to open up all the way, but this is part of Central Park right here. So you had this map, and you put your 3D things on them. This right here is the Empire State Building. This is a subway train if you wanted just to use this portion of it. This one right here, I think it was a UN. It is. So again, I got it kind of halfway opened. But this is like the UN. You could use all this, and these were windows and stuff like that. But the maps were separate. Now they put it actually inside of the game or of the book, and they don't have another place where you can go and download the maps separately. This is a little weird. Okay, so I guess they're doing separate origins of. Okay, wait a minute. Is he first? Because I'm upset if that. No, okay, he's first. Okay, never mind. All right, so I guess they go into the origins of Ghost Spider. I thought it was Spider-Gwen. Okay, I know that she's from another universe. I saw the Into the Spider-Verse thing movie. It was pretty fun. But they're all from different. Okay, remember him? That came out like ages ago. They brought him back. Wow. All right. Keep going. So I guess in the first part of this, they give you the major spider characters. It looks like. Okay. Then, what kind of art is that? I don't know if I'm digging that, but anyway, that's dope. That looks really dope. Okay, so it looks like now they're talking about clones here, clones of Spider-Man, I guess. Okay, the symbiotes, when we get Venom, Carnage, all the rest of those cats. Okay, so this is one of the things that they do for Marvel is that they expand on the rules in different expansions. So there are new rules that you could use from this or from the X-Men. They do the same thing. There's new rules in there, mostly for like a mutant campaign, but you can do it like overall. And so they have some new rules here. Loner one-shots, Loner series, if you want to, I guess, play Loner Adventure. I wonder if this is solo. Hold on a second. It's built for a group of people to play together. You really only need 2 people for a game. Not really. Well, y'all know where I'm at with that. Not really. You don't need 2 people to play a game. It's not even made specifically for that, I would argue. Okay. In an RPG Elite, since we're about the story, other people are optional. We're into it for story. And if the people are going to be cool and add to the story, then more power to us. But they apparently they're making a loner adventure, like one GM and one player. That's not really a loner adventure, though. A loner adventure would be obviously just you and you going through it. So that's actually a loner adventure. But apparently they have a new rule on how to do just one hero adventure. How's that? That probably would have been better for them to say it like that. Then you have some team ups here with Miss Marvel, who is really irrelevant. Got remote assistance. Don't know what that means. Some team maneuvers. New villain team. I've heard of the Sinister Six, the Magia, Sinister Squadron. These guys must be new. Never heard of the Inheritors. Never heard of the Clintar Hive Mind. Okay. Great responsibilities, innocent bystanders. So this is something, I got a feeling, this is something that back in the old, I'm always going to, old and the new, y'all. Back in the old version of Marvel, what they had was, they had the system called Karma. And when you do things for innocent bystanders or just even subplots and things like that, this is what you would get. They were basically hero points, spendable experience or spendable hero points that you could use. And you get them from doing stuff like, saving innocent bystander, rescuing hostages. Yeah, it looks like they added this with this. That's just kind of weird. Let's keep going here. They added it with this, right? So it says rescuing hostages, taunting villains, and it's under a section called Great Responsibilities. This should automatically be in the core game because this is what heroes have to do. I'm not real sure why they put it into the Spider-Verse. This is really weird and odd. And then hero reputation. That's not, stuff like that should be in the core game. That's stuff that you should automatically this is just stuff that you should automatically have. I'm just weird that and now they're putting in bad karma, which was automatic, right? So if you, even if you didn't do it, but like say you looked bad, like it looked like you robbed a store or something like that, you would get negative karma for that. If you got beat up, a public beating, then that's negative karma for you or negative hero points. Clones, I'm not real sure. That must be a thing now in the whole Spider-Verse. Like I said, I haven't read any spider stuff in a minute. Symbiotes, I understand. I guess that's a big deal. That's a big deal now. Okay. These are all the new rules. That would be more so for I don't know. You could kind of make it for any campaign, can't you? If you understand the symbiotes and how they work in the Marvel Universe. Multiversal variants. They got Spider Ham. Did I just see Spider Ham? there he is. he's really cool in the movie. Let's go back here. Plots, webbing. So now they're getting more into sucky. Okay, so this is called stunts right here. So back in the original, back in the day, they stealing stuff from that, right? Because it was just too good of a game. I don't like the dice system as much in this one, but I don't think it's, I don't know if it's horrible or anything like that. Again, haven't played it yet. But it looks like they've got stunts, which are called power stunts. Because normally when you're playing a tabletop RPG, right? You get experience and you get new gear and you get loot and blah, 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 right? You kind of sort of get that in a superhero. But if you're kind of going with the whole comic thing, that's not what you see in the comics. You see superheroes just get better at what they do. Sometimes, yeah, they get some gear that, you know, like Iron Man is always seems to be getting better and better because, you know, technology is like increasing or something like that. But normally, you know, something major has to happen in order for there to be a shift in power for a hero, right? So normally you're just getting really, really good at what you do. Like Daredevil really hasn't changed much in the area of power level, but his skill is on a superhuman level. You know, his skill and what he does. So it appears as if they have gone to power stunts, and they just call them stunts in this. And they give you some stunt descriptions just for if you're doing it just looks like if you're doing it for a spider campaign. But you basically can use these stunts because they separate them. You can use these stunts for any of them. Yeah, they're harkening back to the classic right there. They got some vehicles here. Goblin glider, spider glider. It's the last time I seen that. Oh gosh. And the spider mobile. Gosh. Oh wow. Did they bring that back at all? Because that's old. New conditions here. So you got frightened, exhaust. Oh, now that's cool. That's cool. Infected, poisoned. Nice. That's good. New origins. That's from the core book. And like I said, I'm going to have to do a. Who is this? I'm just looking at the art. It reminds me of somebody. It looks like you got new powers. Yes, new powers, new tags. And again, I'm not going to go through all of that. We'll do a separate video for Marvel, make a character or something like that. I got quite a few new powers in this one. How far we got? Yeah, a couple. Yeah, you got a couple pages of new powers. Narrative powers? Okay, not sure what that is. I can kind of get an idea, and I think that's cool. Random encounters. Okay, and I got some more maps here. All right. And then, of course, here we go again. Here it is. All of those are characters. Look at that, dude. Mostly Spider-Man type characters that have shown up over the years, or Spider-Man. Looks like Spider-Man, like allies and things like that, and villains and all the rest of that. All right, not bad. If you get into Spider-Man, that's not bad. Did a good job putting that together. I'm kind of hit or miss when it comes. I love me some Spidey. Don't get me wrong. And I love some of the rules that are in this, you know, especially going back to the stunts and then also doing the, what was that other one that I was talking about? I forgot what I was talking about right now, but there was another one I really liked. Oh, the states, the infection and the poison and all the rest of that. That's kind of cool too. Okay, so this is on sale right now. Again, here we go. Looking good, and it looks like it is let's see how many pages we got. 255 pages, almost 255 pages. So that looks like a decent resource there. We got another one though, folks. Got another one. Yep. This one has been sitting over there not too long. I think this came in last month. So let's go ahead and do I not have my handy dandy trusty dusty? I forgot to take it. Okay, not a big deal. We're going to old school now as we open up the box and see what's on the inside. Okay, so let's do this here. Hope everybody had a blessed Thanksgiving. I had a really cool Thanksgiving. Very chill. Okay. Go here. All right. Let's open her up, y'all. Woo, man, that is a lot of paper. Been waiting for this one. I knew this is what it was, but been waiting for this one. Let me go ahead and let me wax poetic for a quick second. So, I've been collecting comics since the 80s, right? I had a collection at first, and then that collection got basically stolen. You know, left it over at a friend's. I left my collection over at a friend's house when I was between moves, and one of the people decided that they wanted to sell it so they can get some money for it, so they can do some unkosher things. So I had the original Born Again storyline. I had Killing Joke. I had Watchmen. I mean, I had a whole lot of stuff. The original miniseries for Punisher. Man, I'm recounting this stuff and it's hurting like on the inside. But anyway, and so back then when I was collecting comics, when everybody was collecting X-Men, I would go to X-Men every now and again, but that wasn't my favorite team. My favorite team was and has always been the Avengers. I was collecting the Avengers when nobody was hardly even talking about them at all. Like, I have a lot of Avengers comics. I think that's the most out of all of the comics that I have, because I have a lot of Daredevil, Fantastic Four. Another one I like a lot, the Fantastic Four, which they really didn't do a whole lot of justice with this new movie that came out. It's the best out of all of the ones that they've ever came out with, but still not quite. It's not even in the same universe. It's just, I'm done with them. I'm just done. I didn't watch it. I just knew from all of the reviews and stuff. I was like, yeah, I'm glad I didn't waste my time. But anyway, but the Avengers have always been my favorite Marvel team, and pretty much my favorite team. Well, they just came out with the expansion for the Avengers. Let's take a look, y'all. Again, this is first look, overview. Let's see what's up. It must be the same. What is this dude's name? This is his art. Alex something. It's Alex something. Hey, what's up going on, man? I forgot his name. Like I said, he did Kingdom Come. He and Kurt Busiek did another story, Avengers Forever, I think it was. Man, I forgot his name. Goodness. Well, anyway, let's take a look on the inside, y'all. Avengers, my favorite, all-time favorite superhero group. So you got this one here. Crying shame that Cap is not in this picture. Anyway, and no, I'm going to say it again. Cap is not in this picture. Don't think I don't know what they're trying to do. Yeah, he's not there. Anyway, there he is. There he is. Jack Kirby style, baby. Right there. Original Avengers. Gotta love it. Got to love it. All right, so I guess the first part of that is looking at that's the original Avengers right there. There we go. Yeah. I love the way that classic kind of look, but they kind of updated it. Looks sweet. Okay, so they let you know who the Avengers are. Oh man, I remember this, but oh man, there's so many good stories, y'all. But anyway, let's keep going. Okay, anybody remember this one? I don't know. It's kind of become a thing in the the movie universe, MCU. Okay. Civil War. And by the way, I have Civil War. I read Civil War. The movie actually was better than the comic. Now, there are some moments in the comic that are better than the movie. But overall, yeah, it's better. Man, I haven't messed with Marvel movies. Oh, shoot. The last Marvel movie I saw. Endgame? Endgame, I think. That's the last one I saw. I kind of saw where it was going in that because you could clearly see where they were going in that one at the very end. Awesome moments in the movie. Not gonna lie, one of my favorite movie moments of all time is Cap picking up that hammer. I remember I was in the theater and the place went nuts, and I along with them. It was just one of those awesome moments in cinema, right? And then on your left, everybody coming through the portals, great thing. And the whole boss babe thing at the end, then it started. That's where I saw we're going downhill now. But anyway, let's go here and we'll see. We'll just look at this, y'all. Oh, the initiative. Yeah, Original Sin. There's been some great storylines for the Avengers over the years. But again, they would not have gotten the time of day, I don't think, and it still would have been a comic that nobody was collecting unless the MCU hadn't done what it did. I'm convinced of it, and they didn't come out with the Avengers. I'm convinced of it. I really am, because nobody was collecting that comic as much. I mean, obviously you had fans. Yeah, there was. I think their circulation in the '90s and so forth was somewhere in the 200,000 range, right? 200,000, 220,000, because they used to print the numbers in the back of the comics, right? And so the Avengers had it wasn't a major comic. I mean, when the X-Men were making like 1 million a month, this was monthly numbers, and the X-Men were like super popular, 1 million a month, #1 comic in comics, right? It kept going back and forth for a little while there. It was going back and forth between DC's New Titans and X-Men, but X-Men just kind of came and stayed and blew them out of the water. Avengers was, like I said, low tier, mid grade kind of comic. Some people were collecting the same thing with Fantastic Four. And then when the movies came out, well, you know what happened then? The Avengers stuff just went. I say all that to say this: I'm an original gangster. I am an OG when it comes to the Avengers. Everybody else is just hopping on the bandwagon. Okay, look at we got the Avengers Towers here. That looks cool. A lot of maps again inside of the book, and they don't give you digital versions of the game. Oh no, I think they just started coming out with digital copies of the game, actual PDFs. Because I'm getting ready to say it just doesn't make any sense to you'd have to make them all from scratch because I'm not putting this in my scanner. Oh, I have this. Oh man, this was really good. This was a really good storyline. Oh my goodness. Man, it's really good. Wrecking Crew, when the Wrecking Crew came in. Okay. Anyway, Avengers inspired teams. Okay, West Coast Avengers. Yes. I have some of their comics too. Force Works. Yep. Young Avengers. Obviously. Who else? The Ultimates. Yeah, that was a good spinoff. The Ultimates was actually really good. Thunderbolts, when they first came out, yes. The later Thunderbolts, not so much. Not so much. The Pet Avengers, really? That's a thing? Okay. Okay, so they get into Avengers in the Law. Okay. See what else they got in here. Different locations around the world, I guess. Okay. Multiversal Avengers. Okay, then this is where we start getting to the multiverse angle of things. Evil organizations. Come on, Masters of Evil. Yeah, I was going to say they got to be #1. Got to be #1. Hydra, of course. The Zodiac, another one. That was enough. Man, they could have did the Avengers so well. And they just fell off the cliff, man. Dark Avengers, it looks like there. Evil Illuminati. That would have been a good one too. Black Order. Okay, now you get to the other section. You see the pattern that they're doing here. More new rules in this. Complicated backstories. I dig that. Iconic items. Obviously, Thor's hammer, Captain America's shield, Iron Man's armor, things like that. And now they have a system here, I guess, that they've put together to create an iconic item. Always dope. Yeah, so they got a whole section on that. That's cool. I could dig that. It's going on for a little while here. Wow. And then they've got a list of a whole bunch of iconic items here, right? Let me see. Wow. Dang. This is a long list. Okay, narrative items. I'm gonna have to look into that because it sounds cool. Who's that? Let me see here. What else they have? Outside funding, headquarter tags. Is that Airsham? No. It looks like Airsham. Doesn't that look like Airsham? This is in Wakanda? Really? Did something happen to Airsham or something like that? Because this looks just like him. Anybody know? Anybody out there understand who I'm talking about when I say Airsham? He's one of the Celestials. So something happened in the comics to where he's like a shell now for Wakanda. Because that looks just like him. But maybe he just looks similar. I don't know what that is. Got your vehicles and headquarters here. It looks like Avengers Academy, Avengers Mansion. Always dope. That's where I grew up with the Avengers Mansion. So Avengers Towers is okay, but the Avengers Mansion is where I grew up. Champions. Wow, that's from back in the day. Helicarrier and the West Coast Avengers compound. Okay, got some new equipment here. Cool. Some other stuff. Aragorn. Oh, whoa, for Valkyries. Okay, Captain America's motorcycle. Quinjet, quintessential for them. Another Quinjet? Oh, remember this? Oh, yes, I do. Okay. Shield flying car. Remember that. Oh, okay. And now they got specs on the vehicles. That's nice. Okay, assembling a team of Avengers. So you've got all these. This is all in the new rules section. Big fights, sinister plots, and of course, new tags, new powers, new traits. So basically, if you want to get it all, right, you're gonna get these expansions. And this is all, right? Everything that I've just shown you is everything that they've put out for the new game, except the dice. They actually have a dice set, which they didn't send me. I don't have. But then the rest of it, as you can see here, all characters. All characters. Last part, as always, is just full of, different versions of Cap. Ooh. Folks, okay, let me do this real quick. Okay, let me show you something. This cat is one you do not play with. Not Marvel. Well, that just tells you right there. He's rank 6. There's only 6 ranks in this. And only those who are the most powerful get a rank 6. Okay? This cat you do not mess with. Bro, he's got an 8 in vigilance. What is going on? Oh, that's crazy. Okay, well, anyway, yeah. 3 is kind of the average. 3 and 4 kind of Avengers type area. Ghost Rider is a 5, obviously, for obvious reasons there. I'm just going through this stuff real quick, y'all. Yeah, most of them are 4. Hulk is a 6. That makes sense. Oh, is that a Mortis? It is. Hulkbuster is a 6. I think that's sus. I don't think that's actually... that's not quite right. That's kind of sus. I wouldn't say that Hulkbuster is a 6. Maybe a 5. Not a 6. So it looks like we've got Kid Juggernaut. Maestro. If I remember correctly, that's another version of Hulk, right? Like an older version or something like that. Let me see. Okay, so they've got some of the older cats in here. Red Hulk, yeah, he's a 6. And he beat the. And of course, Sentry is a 6. Okay, so you've got all of those, and they got some others in there. So this entire expansion's got everything you need for an Avengers type campaign. Now, we had 3 expansions that we showed for the Marvel Multiverse. We had the Spider-Verse, we had the Avengers, and we had the X-Men. So if you're thinking about getting this and, running some kind of campaign or something like that, just put in the comments, for me, which one would you like to, like, if you said, okay, I'm going to choose one of these campaign expansions, right? Which one would you choose? You know which one I choose, right? It's right here. But which one would you choose if you're like, I'm going to get the core book and I'm going to get out of those 3? I'm just saying. Go over to Amazon right now, though, all on sale. And there's a lot of other stuff that's on sale too over on different websites, which I'll go and show you some of those later on in the video. Okay, now I'm going to show you something that is a little different. I'm going to show you a lot of this stuff, which are Amazon sales. One here is this. Yep, this right here is a mouse. I bought this. I had another mouse, and it wasn't doing quite so well. This particular mouse is called a Weneer. You can see it right there, right? Weneer, right? This thing is really cool. Number one, fits my hands so well. It's very comfortable, right? For your wrist and all the rest of this stuff. It's just super comfortable. Battery lasts forever in this thing. Like it's been on 2, for months, and it kind of powers down when you're not using it, right? So these are powered up right now because I'm moving the mouse, but once you stop moving it for a while, it'll power down, right? Very nice, just simple, man. Scroll wheel action. This is on sale again over on Amazon. It's got a deal going on right now. I'm not quite sure how many percent that it's off. I want to say it's probably like 20% off or something like that. When I bought it, it was like $20, if I remember correctly. So this was like 20, might have been a little bit more, like $22 or something like that. But it really, and it's programmable, and you got your side, you got your side keys and stuff like that. And it's like I said, the thing I like about it the most is its comfortability. Before I had a mouse and it was too small, right? So it was kind of like this size, right? And so it was just like my fingers would go over the edges and stuff, and it just wasn't comfortable. Having the ability to have my thumb here on the side, because there's a part right here where you can have your thumb on the side and just kind of rest it in there. Then you got your 2 side buttons too that you can use. And then you got this right here. It gives you this button right here. It gives you the ability to program it. And like I said, the scroll wheel is very nice. It's really, really nice. And it just feels good, y'all. So again, you can go over and grab it for like, if it's 20% off, it's probably $15 right now. And if you're in the market for a mouse, then this one right here is going to do, a little dab will do you. I don't have this one down in the link in the description, but I'll put it in post video. And then this here. Now, I don't know if this one's on sale, but I was looking for like a play mat and stuff, because when I do these videos, before it was just kind of like a maroon background, kind of plain. I was like, man, that's kind of plain Jane. Really needed something else. And this I'm going to be playing on quite a bit for my Solo RPG Chronicles, and also the video that goes with the Solo RPG Chronicles for those who are part of the Elite Division, which is in my YouTube membership here, where I'm making videos for it. And I made a mistake the other day. There was supposed to be a video on there. It's over an hour long, and it was only supposed to be for members. And I don't know what happened. I swore it's like the second time it happened. So it's something to do with YouTube. But it's supposed to be members only, and somehow like a whole bunch of people, like 100 or so people, got to see the other version of it that was only supposed to be for members. So that was my bad. But anyway, I got this one for that particular campaign that I'm going to be running here. So these are very nice. This is actually called a giant mouse pad, believe it or not. I was looking for a playmat, but this is just called a giant mouse pad, all the way across, super smooth, y'all. I just bought this and it was 20 bucks. You know, oh no. It wasn't 20 bucks. It was 12 bucks, I think. It's like $12 and some change. So maybe $13 after tax and all the rest of that stuff. And I have one of those wide desks, so it was cool to get one that was wide enough and just going to cover the area that we have here when I have my camera coming down here. So that's super cool, and I'm really enjoy it. I enjoy it so much. I'm going to buy multiple ones to switch them out with videos, with different types of video. So yeah, I like it. Okay. What am I doing here? Scrolling paused. Okay, do this. Yeah, the new Marvel books are good for the lore portion of it. It's also good for the new rules portion of it too. Again, I don't know about the system. I started creating characters in the game. Kind of meh. But I didn't finish the character. So I don't like to give like kind of full review of something without actually really putting it to the test. But anyway, yeah, this is very nice. Like I said, it's like 12 bucks, y'all. So you can go and grab that. All right, let's go to what do I have here? I have boxes and piles of stuff here. Trying to see. Okay, this is okay. I'm gonna put these here to show you guys. It's actually two of the same thing, but they have different covers. So this is pretty much on sale, period, right? But I just want to reiterate, just buy it up, dude. Now, this right here is Sentinel Comics RPG, right? I've done several videos on this. Again, this is basically the same. This is the same game, right? It's just different. This is kind of like a premium version of the game. And then this one was kind of like the normal version of the game, which obviously I like the normal version's cover. This was, I didn't know what this was when they sent it to me. I was like, what's this for? And I guess it's a premium version. I didn't get it. It's like, why is this the one that was considered premium when it just looks like really plain Jane? I didn't get it. But the inside, I don't know if it has anything extra on the inside. I don't think it does. But it's put together really well. If you go over on Amazon right now to grab this, or even over at greaterthangames.com, you're going to get this core book, which is 351 pages, I think. Hold on. Or somewhere thereabouts. And I'm not going to count those. Shoot, I'm way off. It's 438 pages. So anyway, if you go over to the website, or you can go to Amazon because they're doing it on Amazon too. I think you can grab this for like $7 or something crazy, like somewhere in there. $7 or 10 bucks or 8 bucks or something like that for the hard copy of this game. These right here, right? I think this one is like 10 bucks and this one is like 7 bucks or something like that, right? It's like super cheap. A lot of people said they were going out of business, but they're still in business, right? And they're still selling stuff. I don't know if they're just not coming out with any new stuff and just are trying to see whether or not that they're going to sell out of all of this stuff. But this stuff, I mean, this is on Black Friday special 24/7. These things are like super cheap right now, like really cheap. So go over and grab these, man, and check out the game. Check out some of my videos that I've done on this game. I've done several videos on Sentinel Comics RPG. But again, if you're looking for something that's kind of it's a little different in how they do things, but it's still fun, I think, to play. So go grab this, man. This is one of those things that you probably just don't want to pass it up because the price is like sick. I mean, this price is crazy right now. I mean, it's just a good price. Go grab it. And links for that is down in the description of this video. let's go ahead and do some CZYY stuff. But in order to do that, I forgot to grab all of their stuff. So give me 1 sec, y'all, and I will be right back. No sound. So sorry. You guys can hear me now, right? No sound. Somehow I might have hit something on my mouse. Okay. I was wondering why. Okay. Sorry about that. Sorry that I didn't have any sound. I'm all up into the demonstration and stuff like that. Okay. But anyway, actually, just from demonstrating it visually, you guys probably saw what I was trying to tell you. But this is really good for, like I said at the very beginning, for a 3D representation of something like a space combat, like a spaceship combat, right? I must have. I'm sorry about that. I hit something over here and then it was muted, but sorry about that. Um, but this here is like really good for like a space combat type deal. So basically, what you do. Where's the base? How do you put this base on again? Oh, I remember. Where's that little bag at? Oh, here it is. Okay. So for the base, whoops, they have these little flat screws. I'll show them to you. So you see this little flat screw here, the flat top. This goes in the bottom of the base, like this, right? And I'm going to do this in the middle, so you guys just see it. You just put this in the middle. So when you set it down, it's not, doing crazy stuff. And then you just put this like that, and it's still flat. Kind of, sort of. You're actually supposed to put all 4 of them in there, but then you can place this on top of it, and that is really high, isn't it? So let's put another one on the side so you guys can kind of get a full view of what you can do. And again, this is like excellent. It's almost as if this was made for space combat, to be honest. But I'm going to take these 2 that I've put, and I'm going to put them over here. So I'm going to do this first. I'm just going to put them in like this, I think. Oops. Okay, there we go. All right. So you can put that one in the corner, right? So you see how that is together. You can put another one in the corner over here. And let's say it's just lower. So I'm going to put it here. And then let's say we put it in the middle. So this would be a very involved space combat, but you could do it. And you could just cap it off with the round ones like that. All right. So you could say that you have this plane here, or if you wanted to put it up another, a little bit to make them to have 3 different planes. They got a little small one here. You can put it like right here. And then you can put it in the middle, put this on top. And now I have 3 different planes, basically, that I can put all of my I'm thinking spaceships, but it could be anything that flies, right? If you want a flying combat. So you could see here, and hopefully you can see it a little bit better. This one's kind of clear because it's kind of bluish, but you can put this down like this. And so now you've got a plane over here. You got a plane over here. You got another plane over here. You have 3 separate planes at 3 different elevations. And technically, it's 4 if you're using the base. So you can have, because there's 1-inch squares on the base too. So you can put a ship here, ship here, ship here, ship over here. And so now you have a 3D representation in space, and you know where everybody is. And that's especially, so if you do like space combat, or you'd like it to where you have, different characters or things, vehicles or things like that are flying maybe it's just a certain scene that you want to set up or something like that. It can be easy because this is kind of like Set It, right? You put an image on the bottom, you set this here, you take the tokens and put them where they need to go, and that's pretty much it. I mean, you don't have to do anything else unless they move, right? So move them wherever they're going to move. If they're moving down or they're moving across, they can move across on the plane here. Or they can move up and they can move across. And I didn't put all of them because there's another one. I got another one here. You can put them however you want to put these. This is very, very cool for a set it. Again, a set it, you set it and forget it, right? And it's a visual representation just so everybody's not asking the 5 millionth question. How high is this ship? Okay, and where is it at in relation to me? That just gets old. We just want to play, right? So get something like this and you won't have to do that. You just set it up, put the stuff on there, and you'll be good to go. I love this one. I like both of them actually, because it just makes things more visually interesting without having to be bogged down in doing like little small detail stuff for it, right? You just put it on this, put it on the table, put it on the map, and that's it. There you go. I love this thing. I'm going to use this thing, and I'm actually going to use this thing in my solo campaign that I have for coming up for Outgunned. Outgunned is not on sale, so you're not going to see that in this video because it's not on sale. Such a it's a I've played it a little bit just to test out the system, and fun. It is fun. But you guys will see that for those of you who don't have it and are subscribed either to my Elite Division or if you are subscribed to the Substack over at Solo RPG Chronicles, which is down in the description below. All of them is down in the description below for those of you who might be interested in joining. Appreciate it. I'm going to put this back here. Here we go. I love that one. This one here. This one is, the other one is simpler for simpler types of stuff. You got one character flying or a vehicle flying or two characters flying or something like that, right? That's good for like, you know, the first thing that comes to my mind is that you have some characters flying in a battle for, you know, like the superheroes. Like you got a couple of them who are flying in the air, kind of like X-Men style or Avengers. And then you got, you know, people who have like the ground units who are on the ground. So the first ones that I showed you, these that come in this box right here, and let me go ahead do this. So those that come in the box right here, these two, these are very simple, right? So you just, you know, set it on there, put your thing on, and then that's it. These are, you have to use them in a different context. Like I said, you don't use them actually on a 1-inch square map. You take a map and you put it on there and you use the map just kind of as setting candy. And then this will actually show you where everybody is in kind of a 3D representation. I like this really. They both have the right. I would use both of them. It just depends on the situation. So, and yes, they are on sale over on Amazon right now. Woo! Okay, how long have we been doing this? A little over an hour or so. Okay, man, it's been over an hour. I'm trying to kind of go through this. I think these LED dice are on sale as well. Actually, no, I know this is on sale. So let me show you guys this thing. This here is a overhead light that you add and you put onto your book. Let me grab one. So if you're reading, if you're like me, sometimes you just like the feel of a book in your hands. Instead of the digital thing all the time and killing your eyes all the time. You just like a real book in your hands. Okay. If the area that you're in is not well lighted because you don't want to hurt your eyes, and make them worse, then you could take this, and yes, this light is on sale over on Amazon right now. It's just so weird that this is on sale for Black Friday. I don't get it. It's just not expensive to begin with. But, whatever. I mean, try to get it. So this is and if you could see, is Gritton overhead light. So basically what you do, if you want to read your tabletop RPG in a not so well lit area, then you take the end of it. This is just a big fat clip. Take the end of it, and let's say you're on this page here. So you just go a couple of pages back, clip it on there, right? Then, and probably not that far back. Probably more like this or something. But what happens is that you take this thing and you see that, and let me turn this light off. It's pretty darn good. It's really bright. Really bright. I've been using this like a lot. I use it a lot when me and my wife and we're reading. You know, we like to read together, read books together. One book we're reading right now is 12 Things Jesus Said About Money. And so in our living room area, the lights are, I don't have an overhead light. The lights are all over in a corner, right? And so in the area on our couch, it's not as well lit. So I use this thing constantly, right? And if I actually am reading a, like a tabletop RPG book like this, man, I got this up really bright. I probably need to turn this down. But I'll show you how to turn it down here in a second. Let me turn it off. But I use this to read tabletop RPGs in that same area because, and here's a hint just for you cats out there. Sometimes your wife just wants to be around you, right? And I know we tend to go off and do our things for gaming and all the rest of that stuff or whatever. If you are like reading a tabletop RPG or something like that, just have your presence around her. You know, now I don't know your situation, but sometimes even if they don't say it, sometimes they like for you to be around them. So I read this stuff with my wife there, you know, and sometimes she'll say something and we'll talk and we'll go back and forth and whatever. But I have to use this light because, like I told you, she's usually up in the living room doing something or whatever. And so I talk back and forth with her, but I can still read my book, even though the lighting, again, our lights are over in all these different corners. But the couch and where I normally sit isn't. So I said, man, you know, and sometimes I have the same thing in our bedroom. Even though we do have an overhead light, I never turn it on. I have another lamp, actually two other lamps in the room. But when sometimes, and I'm talking about paperbacks, you know, I like to fall asleep and like to let the darkness kind of get my mind in the frame of falling asleep. So I just turn the lights off and I just turn this on. Really works well. It changes colors too. So I don't know if you would be able to see this, but that's the brightness. See that? Wow, that is bright. Good googly moogly, that was bright. But over here, you have these three buttons on top. So this far left button, that changes the brightness. And you can see it getting brighter and brighter here. That is bright, dude. Wow. This is the power button in the middle. Just turns it on and off. This here is, if I'm not mistaken, it changes color. So that's blue, for those of you who didn't see that. And that's like a warm, kind of orangish, yellowish type of deal, depending on if you don't like bright white light, you know, you either do a blue light or you do other stuff. And then it just changes back to white light. I use it, I'm just not even gonna lie. I use it constantly. I use this thing constantly to read books and stuff like that. I just do. If I'm down here, sometimes I use this space that I'm sitting in right now. And I'm down here. And sometimes, you know, my light is over there. I have a light that's on right now that's over there. And I don't like turning on all these lights. I got like 4 lights on right now. And when I'm down here, I'm just kind of sitting and I want to relax. I don't want to do all that, you know? So I just grab this, right? Clip it onto my book, and then I'm good. You know, I just sit here and I'm reading and I relax. And it's a very, like I said, it's a very relaxing time. So this right here, like I said, it's called the Gritton. You can see it. Lamp, I guess, reading lamp is what it's called. It's cheap, dude. If I remember, and I'm trying to remember, I think the original price on this was $15, I think. And it stays charged forever. Like I think the lowest this has gotten since I've used it is like halfway. You have these 4, and you can't really see them. I'm gonna try to show them to you. Try. Man, you can't see them really because it's black on black. But right here, right behind this clip right here, let me see if I can grab something that maybe I can do it right here. Hold on. I might be able to show you because they light up. So right here on the side is your charging port. Yeah. And right here, you can charge it up. You see those lights? Those are the 4 lights that charge up. It's been on 4. Mine is on 4 forever, and I use this thing on a really regular basis, and it stays at. I think the least that it's ever gotten down to is like 2 bars, and then I put it back on there. And again, you have a gooseneck on it, so you can pretty much adjust it however you need to adjust it. It comes pretty much across. Let me go back here. It comes pretty much across the page, right? If you need it to. And you really don't, because as you can see, it'll light up the bottom of the page. And that's a little bit too, yeah, there we go. That's better. So it'll light up your whole area and you could just read it. So if you really wanted to have kind of like a low light atmosphere, read in the dark type of stuff and be cozy, you could do that. It's on Black, very weird, but this is on Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale. Odd. I think this one was a surprise for me. I was like, this is on sale? I didn't get it. Okay. I think I got another one. I think the dice trays might be on sale. They might not be on sale, but let me show it to you anyway, in case they are. And if they're not, oh well. They're just something to have, obviously. 2 things I'll show you. And the first one is, well, I'm showing both at the same time. This one here is the CZYY dice tray. This is, come on now. If you don't have dice trays at this, I mean, in this stage of the game, playing tabletop RPGs, come on, what are you doing? Everybody at the table should have a dice tray. This is silly. Get a dice tray, y'all. Okay, have a neck light, couple of lights that snake around the back neck, and you can angle them however you like. They're also great for when I walk home at night as a set of headlights, in a sense. Walking home? Wait a minute. Say what? Are you using this as a headlight? Or not this, but something like this to walk home in the dark? I'm assuming that you're saying this from like some nearby place or something. You have. Let me know down in the chat. I don't know what you're talking about. That's it will light. Listen, if you are walking and it is getting dark outside, yes, this is going to light up the way. This gets really bright. I put this normally. I think it's like has 4 brightness settings. I normally put mine at 2, maybe 3. It depends. And like I said, I use it for everything. Use it for when we're reading our books, when we're reading our paperbacks, when I'm reading tabletop RPG, depending on the book itself. This works, obviously, if you've got the book in your lap and you've got this in a kind of like cozy lit area, man, it works really, really well. And my wife is always saying, you want me to turn on another light? I'm like, I don't need another light. This is what I need. Jeez, this thing is like too bright as it is, right? So yeah, this is cool. And it'll light stuff up on it for real. Now this here is it's just any type of dice tray. I like the hexagonal. These are the CZYY dice trays. Links down in the description. At this point, it's a staple in tabletop RPGs. Like, you not having a dice tray and your table not using dice trays is just why? It just doesn't make any sense to me. And these people still don't use dice trays. I just don't get it. I was like, you just want to have the dice roll off of the table and waste time. I just don't understand that, right? And especially if you're using things like minis or things that represent things, then these are like a mandatory. You need a dice tray. They're cheap. I think about 4 of these for like $13, $12 or something like that. So every time we play tabletop RPGs, I have enough dice trays for everybody else who's around the table. It's like, okay, here's yours, and here's yours. And if there's more than that, then people just share a dice tray. But come on, dice trays, y'all, just get it. They're staples at this point. I don't like the square ones, but you might like the square ones. I'm trying to get some other of the the specialty ones that some of them are wooden and some of them are got these special symbols and stuff on it, and they're in cases and all the rest of this stuff. I'm trying to get some dice towers. I don't use dice towers. I don't think that's a real roll, but some people use dice towers. Do you, anybody out there use a dice tower? Yeah. When people keep rolling the dice off of the table, it's like, what are you doing? And so at this point, back in the day, we didn't have dice trays. So, it's kind of like, okay, now it's dice trays, man. They're cheap, super affordable. And it's just at this point, like I say, it's a staple. I just don't get it. And I watch people at the gaming shop. I kid you not. I watch people at the gaming shop not use dice trays, and they're playing the game, and the dice is rolling on, and they have like maps and stuff. What are you doing? It's like sometimes some people can be too cheap, because they don't want to spend any money on stuff. It's a dice tray. It's 12. Everybody pitch in, right? And then what is that? $3 a tray or something like that? You can't afford $3? Come on. It just doesn't make any sense at this point. The shoe boxes. Oh, actually it was the top for us. It was like you use like the top of a shoebox because they go all over the place, right? I used to hate it when they were like rolled off of the table and just like break immersion, and everybody's looking at their feet around the table and under the table to see where the dice is. It's just like at this point, there's no need for that. There's absolutely no need for that. Come on, son. Let's not do that. Get a dice tray. Love them. I got like 3 different colors. You can get them all different shapes and sizes. And I don't really care if they're not on Black Friday sale. There's just staples right now. Go grab them if you don't have them. And easier for solo play, everything, man. Wife made a dice tray out of leather. Really? Did she hand do it? She put corner clips, stamped it with items she got from Tandy Leather Company. Wonderful wife. I'm saying that's dope. Because these are, I think it's faux leather type stuff. So you got a real leather one if she made it, and that's always dope. These are faux leather, but they have that felt on the inside, which I like. And then they got the clips here, so we could just snap them. My wife can make these because she can sew and do all that stuff. I don't do all that stuff. She was just doing some stuff yesterday, sewing. But these, I mean, it's got a little wear. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of like bubbling up here a little, not bubbling, but separating a little bit from getting some air underneath it. Who cares? I don't care. I just need the area inside of this. So when I roll the dice, there we go. Hey, I just won 100. You guys see it? I'm just keeping it 100. Anyway. Oh, man. Yeah, nice. Yeah. Got a keeper, man. You want to know about a keeper? Let me tell you something. I'll tell you something. Let me give you a story about my wife, how dope she is. This is years ago, right? Years ago, I had put this thing together of some cats. This is before RPG Elite philosophy. It was being slowly but surely developed, okay? So I had put a thing together. I called it Nerdvana. It was here at a local gaming shop. It was with me and a couple of old cats that I haven't played with, and this is who I played with like decades ago. And I was like, it'd be cool if we just made an all-day thing here locally in the game shop. It's just super cool. You don't have to rent stuff. It just, you just have to, buy stuff there type of stuff. So I was like, all right, let's do an all-day thing. So we were going to start at I think we started at 11 and play until like midnight, right? Old school stuff, like we used to be back in the day. Called it Nerdvana. It was on a Saturday. It was supposed to go down, right? Here's my wife. I did not know she was going to do this. She knows where the game shop is. It's right down the street from me. And we were there. All the fellas are there. Huge table, all the rest of this stuff. And we got all these different games that we were going to play. My wife comes to check, just to say hi and look at us, whatever. And she comes and she brought all these bowls, chili with cheese and the side dishes and all her stuff. And I had no clue she was doing it. She even brought the crock pot, so we can eat. I had no clue she was going to do this. She did not tell me she was going to do this. And she did. She's done this more than once. If I've had a live session here, down here in my basement, and she automatically brings drinks and, snacks. Never asked her. I just know at this point, if she does it, I'm not surprised because that's just my wife. That's what she does. She loves to serve in that capacity. And it's one of the reasons why, actually, to be quite honest, is one of the reasons why we hooked up together as a couple. She hooked me with some turkey chili, y'all. I'll tell you that story later. I'll tell you the story later. All right, but whatever you do, like I said, this is a staple dice tray. But these are some of my favorite dice that I like to use, and they're already lit up. These are my LED dice, and these are the ones I like to use right here. And these are the ones I'm going to use for my my Solo RPG Chronicles, my LED dice. Yeah, they light up. They look sweet. Probably can't see it because it's so bright. Let me turn off some of these lights. Let me turn off some of these lights so you can actually see them. It's kind of better, kind of, sort of. Kind of roll it up here. There you go. My one didn't light up. There we go. Kind of like that. These are on sale, I believe, but I don't think the sale is that. I don't think it's a Black Friday sale. It might be. I'm not sure, but link is in the description for these. You don't need them. They're very cool to have, and they stay charged forever. I think the amount of rolls that you can, I think it's like a couple hundred rolls that they will last, 200, 300 rolls or something crazy like that. I don't know. But I use these, and you're going to see these in action in my Solo RPG Chronicles. I love these. These two in particular, because I'm not going to, I might use the other ones too. But those are on sale as well. Or maybe on sale. I'm not sure. I just think that they're really cool, and you probably might like them. All right, I always have a hard time figuring out how to put these in. So I just put these on the side. Oh, it's just a weird way how they fit inside of that thing. I always have a hard time, trying to find the contacts to put it down on the thing. All right. What else? Oh, I do have something else. We're not done, y'all. So we've got a lot of stuff. So we've gone through the mouse pad here. We've gone through the mouse. We've gone through the light. We've gone through all the Marvel stuff. We've gone through the CZYY stuff. And CZYY also has man, let me know in the comments. I don't have it here right now. I have to go over there. Do you guys want to see the CZYY effect templates? Obviously it's for a live session, but if you got special effects like fireballs or lightning and stuff, you guys want to see that? Because I believe that's on sale too. It's just over there. It's over there around the corner, and I have to. So let me know in the chat if you guys want to go ahead and you guys want me to. If you guys want me to do that, and I'll just get up real quick to over there and grab it. Let's go here, because Free League has got a sale going on. That's right. Free League's got a sale going on, y'all. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Now you can see here their stuff is in SEK, which is the Swedish krona thing, but everything is kind of like on sale. It is, most of the stuff is in the $30 range, right? It's their Black Friday sale, but it's kind of like most of the stuff is in the $30 range, except one. Man, I think I'm gonna have to get up and I think I'll have to go ahead and get up and grab some stuff anyway, because I have to grab a game. I don't necessarily have to grab it. Okay, I'll stay here. But if you guys want me to grab it, if you want me to grab it, I'll have to go get up real quick. It'll take me like a couple of seconds to do so. But they do have things on sale like this Blade Runner, the core book. It's the core book. And okay, go back. The core book's on sale, and I think it's like $34 or something like that. It's normally like 40 something dollars, $44. It's like $10 off or something like that. It's a good chunk of change that's off. So it's not like they're not actually giving you a discount, but their whole website right now is on sale. Okay, this is One Ring, and I can't cover that even though I've been playing it. We are ending our campaign, y'all. After 7 years or 6 years, we're gonna move on. But there's another one, is Vaesen. I'm always gonna mention Vaesen. Y'all know why, who've been here for a while. Vaesen is a dope supernatural RPG, supernatural / horror RPG. Just dope. This one's on sale too. It's about the same amount. It's like 30 something bucks. If you go to Amazon right now, it's not on sale. It's like 40, I think it's 40 something dollars or whatever. So everything at the website right now is slashed. So the best place for you to get stuff from Free League is at their website right now. I'm talking about actual books. And I could pull out all of these games. I'm not going to, unless you want me to. If you kind of are, so just let me know in the chat. If you want to see a particular game because you've never seen it before, you might be interested, then let me know. I do have this game. I just never done anything because I'm really not interested, to be quite honest. But there is a game, and like you can see, they got more, more of their fantasy stuff. All this stuff's on sale. Twilight 2000, another one that's on sale. Everything's on sale, but the one that is on like sale is this one, Coriolis, and everything for it. The game itself they don't have it. Okay, it's gone. They just came out with basically second edition Coriolis, which is called The Great Dark. And I'll show you that in a second. But the old stuff and the old campaign stuff, yeah. Vaesen is just, I just adore that game. I do. It's not my favorite game of all time, but it has usurped. It was the One Ring, but it's in the top 3 now. It might even usurp. It might usurp the Cypher system, y'all. I'm gonna play back and forth with them just to, because how you get that feeling, right? You get that feeling about a game, and Vaesen just, it blindsided me. I wasn't expecting it to be, and there's something about it, like the art of the game is dope, right? Same guy who does the art for Dragonbane and all the rest of that. I think his name is Johan Kierkegaard or something like that. Yeah, I don't know how to say his name, so I just butchered that. Sorry. But his art is dope. It fits that game. I love the mechanics of the game. I love the time period. It's just a lot of stuff I love about the game. And again, I went in just thinking to myself, and this is years ago, right? I'm thinking, this is another RPG. That's kind of cool. But man, wow. I was surprised. Really like that game. I'm not really a big fan of the Year Zero engine, but for some reason it fits that game really well. Like pretty much, it was almost as if it was made for that game. I don't know. Okay, anyway, let me look at it over here. About a week ago and a half ago, and it happened. I responded and let him know I wouldn't be returning. He can have his dice tower. That's fine, but I ain't. Oh, something going on. Okay. I didn't get what you guys Johan Iga, I don't even know how you say that. Johan Eggerkrans? Okay, Eggerkrans. Yeah, Eggerkrans. Great artist. Yeah, great. Bro, if you guys go to, I don't do fantasy, right? But I'm going to say 2 words, and those who know anything about their, Free League's fantasy stuff will know what I'm talking about. But come on, y'all. The duck. Super dope. Just looks super cool. The duck, y'all. Yeah, I have like the packs of artwork. I need to do another Vasen. I need to finish up that campaign, that solo campaign. So much has happened for solo play since I started doing a series with Akelo Balandemu. So much has happened, like just with technology and everything too. Like for this Outgun series, doing the kind of halfway motion comics type of stuff. For those of you who actually saw it, stuff like that. Being able to do that as a solo dude, because that stuff back in the day that would have taken like a whole bunch of stuff, and that's like I said, that's kind of part ways, motion comic type stuff. Now, just as somebody as a solopreneur, jeez, the stuff that you can actually do. So now that's why I'm all geeked and excited. And it's been a few weeks since I've been on Substack. So if those of you who are on Substack and you're still waiting for me, it's coming. I just finished up that last video. And for those of you who are part of the Elite Division, which is my YouTube membership, so you guys got the video that I've been working on for a while, the end of the first season of Solo RPG Chronicles, and then like where I'm currently at in the second season of Solo RPG Chronicles, because we haven't really started. We just did the setup, just released that. Was that this week or was that last week? When did I release that? Was that this week? You guys let me know. I don't know if it was this week or last week. This stuff is starting to blur. So it's coming, right? Because again, I have to play through as a matter of fact, I just might do that video today, right? But there's some cool stuff happening. All right, there's just some cool stuff. Okay, what else? Okay, let's go back to the browser here because I can show you the sale for Free League. So Coriolis stuff, right? This stuff here. So this campaign stuff is on mad sale. Like this is the stuff that's like 80% off. It's like $8 a book or something. This one right here is like $8 once you do the currency conversion. It's like $8. And Coriolis, if you don't know, it's a sci-fi kind of what they say is Arabian Nights in space. That's how they like to describe it. There's this campaign right here that they have that I have been trying to find. I only have the 3rd book in this. I'm probably going to buy this. It's $8, like a book. It's crazy. And this is the one that has it's the best sale on their website right now. So if you have the old or the new Coriolis, now's the time to get up on this. And this is good, obviously, if you don't have time to do all the things from scratch and all the rest of this stuff. And I love that stuff. Trust me, y'all. I love doing world building and all the rest of that. I love that stuff. But with what I am doing, I'm just too busy, right? So that's why I appreciate these guys putting together like whole campaign sets and stuff like that to run through or whatever. Especially when you're running other people through it and you're like, man, game prep is a lot easier. Trust me. You still have to do game prep. And which is the problem with some of these, people some new GMs, it's like they think that there's no game prep if you just have a module or something. It's like, no, there's still game prep. Like, still a lot of game prep. But you need to tailor everything to your group and all the rest of that stuff. But I appreciate that stuff. Let me look at the chat over here, fellas. Yeah, that's what I was like. I looked at it, I was like, it looked like Darkwing Duck. I was like, that duck looks so dope. I just saw the duck, man, and I was just like, man, that looks so sweet. It makes me want to switch over and try some Dragonbane, see what's going on with that. Yeah, on Substack, it just takes because I got some stuff planned. It's just you know, what you seeing right here, right? This live stuff, that's what you're going to see, right? It's just going to be a long video. This is a long video, obviously, because it's a live stream, but it's going to be, I'm going to break up my membership stuff into hour-long content. It takes a while. You guys know how I like to do my stuff. I like to prepare and do things that I think that you will enjoy. This last one, that little itty bitty section in there that was kind of the part motion comic stuff, whatever. It took me longer than you think to put that together. And there's going to be a lot of that for the cinematic interpretations as we go through. And then we'll switch back to something like this. And then I'll do a little bit of this. And then I might do a little bit of that, and we'll go back to something like this. And then I might go ahead and switch over to this, because we're doing other things. So stuff like that. Anyway, go over to Free League because, like I said, this right here is the best. Their sale is, like I said, you're going to be paying like $30 and stuff for stuff, which is still a good sale. I mean, it's not what I would call Black Friday-ish stuff. Not really. But there are major sales over on Modifius right now. And let me go ahead and put in their website. So hold on one second. I have to do this. I have to bring my laptop over here. Let's do Modifius. Because they have some sales also. And their sales are actually pretty ridiculous. For some of their stuff, they got a lot of stuff that's really really on sale. So let me go ahead, and then I'll have to go ahead and copy and paste this so I can interact with. I'm using this new. I'm not using. Some of you guys might think I'm using OBS. I'm not using OBS. I'm using this other one called Meld, and it just is so much better because I can interact with the browser here actually through my window here, which is super dope. Okay, so let's look at this stuff here because they got a lot of stuff on sale over here, and these are really dope sales. These are dope sales. As you could see here, if you're into the Star Trek stuff, they got Star Trek Adventures. That stuff's on sale right now. They're slashing that, but some of the big sales. Where's that big one? Dishonored is a big one, actually. We just played Dishonored for our core tryout for people who are going to just help me out on the channel, test out games and play games and actually do some videos too. And we played Dishonored. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the system and everything. And you can see they slashed this. It's like $16 and some change right now for the actual hardcover of this. That's a dope price. Everybody knows that. You can't beat that with a stick. And you're getting a little bit here of what it looks like on the inside. Right? And I don't know, man. Now I have my contact over there. And more likely I'm gonna go ahead and just ask for him to send me one. Because I think I want to actually cover. I think Dishonored. The system is kind of different, but I enjoyed myself. That's mostly because of the people who I was playing with. Just saying. You just don't understand how RPG Elite Quality number 5, how important that is. That is why it's one of the top 3 qualities of an RPG Elite. Now, so those of you who do not know what I'm talking about, you got to hang out on the channel to know what the RPG Elite philosophy is. Next week, I'm doing an RPG. I think I'm going through why they are the top 3. No, I'm not. That's a different video later on. Oh, well. But yeah, they got a lot of Fallout miniature stuff on sale. But that's not the one. And they've got a lot of what you call. I saw some John Carter stuff over here. That yeah, here it is. It's just mad. They are just like they're. It's obvious they're just trying to get rid of this. So they're using Black Friday to kind of. If you're in the if you're into John Carter, then this is it. The thing about it is that who here? I mean, I know you guys probably remember John Carter. Who here has like had any experience with this tabletop RPG? I knew it was out. This is a while back now. I don't know. Personally, I never just got into it myself, and it probably was because of how badly they did the movie. But let me see here. Let's see what we got. Just looking on the inside, meh, yeah. But I'm just going to show it. I mean, it's on sale for those of you guys who are interested. Look at these prices and how deep they are slashed. That's crazy, dude. And some of this other stuff they slashed pretty good too. But like I said, most of the Fallout stuff is mostly like miniature war game type stuff. Here's some Dune stuff though that they slashed as well. $12, dude. Man, $12. Wow. You own John Carter? Really? Huh. Okay. Let me see. You got some Dune stuff. $10 for the GM screen here. Looks like a lot of Fallout stuff. There's a lot of Fallout stuff. Here's some more John Carter stuff here. What do we got? More Fallout stuff. Yeah. Man, I went to the website. I don't remember it being this much Fallout stuff. Man, I guess if you get into that. Here's some more John Carter stuff, dice and things like that. Man, the John Carter stuff is insane. $12 for the, I don't know. I don't think $12 is that much of a deal, but that's just me. Maybe what do they normally charge for GM screens? What, $20 for the custom ones? I guess so. But they do have some more Dune stuff here. You gotta do what I'm doing right here. You gotta like scroll through stuff. But the John Carter and the Dune and the Dishonored stuff are on sale. Now, this is the starter set for Dreams of Machine. I have that game. So I have both the player's guide and I have the GM guide. I'm not sure what the starter set is for it particularly. They have another game though. What is it? It's called, I'm going to try to get to it here real quick, but we'll kind of scroll through and see all the rest of the stuff that's kind of on sale. I think it's towards the end. So let me click on the last one. More John Carter stuff on sale right there. This is another one. This is their kind of homegrown like sci-fi game. I've been trying to get it. I'm not, it's on sale right now. What is that? Wow, $27 down from $54. That's half off. Wow, that's expensive. $54. What is this? Oh, that's okay. That's a wargaming thing. Never mind. Let's go towards the end. There it is. That's the game. Right there. This one. It's called Infinity Bella or Corvus Bella Infinity, right? Anybody familiar with this? Looks like it's obviously a sci-fi game. On sale right now. Good price. What is that? $18. This is $60 game. Yeah, that's normal, actually. Actually, is a normal price, somewhere $50-$60. Yeah, look at this, man. Art is really good. If you get into this, let me know if you guys want me to actually cover this game right here, because I've been looking at this for a while, and they sent me Dreams and Machines, and really, they were cool, so I'm thinking maybe once sometimes I don't like to ask for stuff so much until I actually do a video of their stuff. So I just kind of like sit and chill and wait and actually try to put together a decent video for them. Then I come back, I give them updates and all the rest of this stuff. And then I ask for another product. So yeah, it appears like this is a good sci-fi looking game. It looks good in terms of, eye candy. Whether it is a good game is another story. But yeah, it looks, yeah, great art, but is the game any good? So let me know in the comments or in the chat whether you guys want me to cover this game. I'm going to try to get Dishonored because it seemed like a pretty cool game, and I had to do some research on it when I was playing it, and so it's that steampunk vibe thing going, and I like that stuff. So I'm going to try to get that, and if you guys want me to ask for Corvus Bella Infinity, let me know down in the chat. That would be cool. So there's the main ones over here on Modifius is you got your John Carter if you get into that stuff, and then you've got your Dune, and then you got Dishonored. So those are the ones that I think. I mean, if you get into Fallout, I mean they got a million things over there for Fallout. I have Fallout. I'm not that into Fallout. The series on Amazon was not bad. Wasn't like fantastic, but it was pretty good. It's pretty good. All right. I think I have one more site. Hold on one second. Because this is deep discount stuff. So let me check this stuff out really quick, and we're gonna go over there. Because there was one, and again, I've been doing a lot of solo play stuff. And some of this stuff is really good for solo play. Okay, what's going on? This website is like taking forever now. Not real sure why. Okay, getting silly. Not real sure what's going on. Yeah, there are, and obviously, if you want your digital stuff, Drive-Thru RPG has got some stuff up to 70% off of games over there on Drive-Thru RPG. If you ain't got the Skrilla for the hardcover, but why wouldn't you have the Skrilla for hardcover? Because this stuff is on sale on slashing prices. You can go over to Free League Publishing, you can go over to Modifius. I don't know about the other sites. I don't think the guys over at Two Little Mice, I don't think they're having. I do know of another one, actually, by the way. Got to go to the website to get this, though. So let me go over there and grab this. Let me see. Since this website is having a problem and doesn't want to work. There is one more. And this one is, from what I got, from what they said, this one is, might be like another 70% off, but I think it's more over at their website. So let me see what they got going on here. If they have something going on. Okay. Now, as I'm waiting for that, by the way, geez, we've been on here for a minute. A long minute. Good grief. So yeah, I'm gonna wait for this website, see if it comes up, but if it doesn't come up, I mean, you guys can go over to sonofoak.com. Those are the same guys who made City of Mist. From what I understand, they have a They have a sale going on right now for their stuff, which is put together really, really well. And I believe it is actually 70% off. So, but it's only at their website for some of their stuff, not for all of it. Let me look. Okay, I got a 50% off here for City of Mist. It looks like oh man, got another 45% off. Man, well, it's meh in terms of their sets here. Let me go ahead and show you guys what I got. Yeah, this is. See if this will pull up. I don't know if you guys ever played this game, City of Mist, Otherscape, stuff like that. Now if you go down here, they have. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, here's the 50. Here's the one right here. So this starter box is 50% off if you want to get into it. There's another one right here. It's 45% off. And this one, well, you're gonna need the core book for that. It doesn't look. Let's keep looking here. Because it doesn't look like they have like. I'll be looking for the deep deals. I get on this stuff. I'm like, I'm looking for those deep deals. Some of that stuff was one day, by the way. So it was yesterday. But some of the stuff coming around for Cyber Monday, especially on DriveThruRPG, probably be a deeper discount. But it looks like we got another one right here that's 50% off. These are really pretty cool if you get into the City of Mist game lore. What else do they have here? I guess that's pretty much it. If you get in now, have I done a how to play City of Mist? I know I did a City of Mist live stream. I don't remember if I did. Not real sure if I did a City of Mist how-to video. I don't think I did. I have to do that later. So you have all of these things that are on sale right now. If you go over to Amazon, they don't have, like I said, those accessories and the Marvel stuff and the what else over there? They don't really have a lot of games over on Amazon right now. They don't. But the mouse and the pad and all the rest of this stuff, the accessories. There's more accessories on sales than there are for the actual games themselves. For games themselves, the best place to go for a Black Friday weekend, Cyber Monday, is go to the websites like we just did, Modifius, Free League, Son of Oak, or whatever else that you are interested in. DriveThruRPG, as I said, they have something going on right now that is 70% off of some of this stuff, which that's pretty darn good. I mean, let's especially for some of the games now who in digital format, they're like doing what is it? More like it's kind of like almost some of the stuff. Some of the companies are putting their digital stuff to be just as expensive as their physical stuff, which is sus, obviously. I mean, why would you do that? That's obviously sus. But anyway, let's go over to DriveThruRPG real quick. Take a look at this stuff, shall we? Just so you guys will know, and you guys can go over there, and I would appreciate if you use one of my DriveThruRPG links down in the description so you can get this stuff. But let's look at some of this stuff. Some of this stuff I actually have in hardcover. But let's go ahead and do that right now. Let's go over there. I just showed that in another video. So anyway, let's do this here. All right. Taking a while to come through. I don't know. Their website is probably going bananas right now, just because of the prices. So this one right here, y'all, this very first one for solo gameplay, not even really just for solo gameplay. This one right here is the one I use for my solo gameplay in addition to the game itself, or even if the game has its own solo system. This is the Mythic Game Master Emulator, second edition. A link for this will be down in the description. I just use this. I think it's a really, really good system. It just is. They are, when it comes to solo systems, I believe they have the bee's knees. It's just so many options and things that you can do with the system. It is really, really good. And right now, the digital version of this is half off, if I'm looking at that correctly. Right? No, it's just, so it's $15 for that. Okay. It's just $15. So what is that? 15, 10, so 33% off. So that's 33% off. That's a good deal. You know, it's just $10, but you're going to get mileage out of this. I mean, you really are going to get mileage out of the Mythic Game Master Emulator, and you're going to love it, man. And all those games that you haven't been playing because you guys know what it is. You like a game, right? You think that it would be fun and everything. And back in the day, what it used to be was like, well, let's try to find or try to get your players interested in it, right? And you wouldn't. Okay, well, now you can just play it yourself. What's the big hubbub, bub? Get Mythic Game Master Emulator, play it yourself. There you go. Problem solved. You never have to be concerned on whether they're going to like the game, because you probably will. You never have to be concerned about getting everybody together or convincing anybody. You're already convinced. Just play solo. And I've been on this kick about playing solo, especially if you like a game and you just don't know if you're going to be able to get everybody together for the game. That's another one. So getting everybody together for the game, then having to teach them the game, then it just saves you all that trouble, right? You guys play one game or two games over here. You can be playing multiple games if that's what you like to do, or you can be playing that game that you always wanted to try out that your group didn't. So you don't have to. So get Mythic, because Mythic is an actual dope solo system. All right. What's something else that they got going on right here? Come on. I have to refresh the page, I guess. So Mythic is another one, but they've got quite a few actually. And if you don't mind digital copies of stuff, then go ahead and grab this. Now this one right here, actually have this. Not only do I have it though in a digital form, I have it in the actual book. It's called Starforged. And it is a solo slash GM-less system. So me and my right-hand man, Tom, we're running through this right now. And like I said, I don't have it here, but I have it over there in my collection of games. I have the actual hard copy of this. It's based off of Ironsworn, which is free, which you can download for free here over on CZYY RPG right now. This one right here for this price, because normally this thing never goes on sale, because I kind of like check back with prices and stuff all the time. I don't know what it is, but this thing never goes on sale. Bro, normally it's $20. It is $5 right now. That is 75% off of this. This is, if you like the Mythic Game Master Emulator, get ready, because Starforged is got that many options. It is a sci-fi game, and it's a full system, baby. It's got like 370 or 400 pages or something like that in the book itself. It's a lot. You make your own systems, you make your own ships. It's pretty involved, very involved. And it's just a game in and of itself to go over there and make all of that stuff. $5 right now. Like I said, normally it doesn't go on sale, and it's like $20. Grab this right now. Again, especially if you like Mythic and you like that kind of stuff. Again, this is specific, so it's a specific setting, so it's not agnostic like Mythic. But my gosh, it's involved. Me and my right hand man, we've been playing this. It is impressive. Let's say that. Yeah, I like Mythic as a supplement, right? So if I have, let's say for example, Outgunned doesn't have a solo system, so it's going to do a lot of the heavy lifting for that. But how I play it, and I play it with the game, right? When it comes to something like Vaesen does have its own solo system, Thursday's Child. That takes precedent over, I only use something like Mythic for things that the system itself wouldn't cover and can't cover. I'm going to show you guys the way I do my solo stuff. But normally it's the game, so whatever the core game is. And then if it has a solo system, normally I'm going to use that. And then Mythic is still there, but it's there in the background for like detailed stuff. For example, what somebody looks like. Okay, then I'll probably use Mythic, or what's this object? Then I'll probably use Mythic. Because they have all of that stuff, all these tables, meaning tables is what they're called in the back. But the meat of it, probably mostly like 85% of the game, is going to be whatever the solo system is for the game and the game itself. But when it comes to Starforged, you don't need Mythic. Let me keep it 100. You don't need Mythic. If you're using Starforged, it is totally self-contained in of itself, and you won't need it. Not at all. And it also has a system over on Foundry, because that's what we've been playing through, even though he does live in town. But we've been playing on Foundry, and it has its own Foundry system. And it's involved. And if you like sci-fi, you're gonna love this. I got to give him props. He did a good job putting this together. If you like the Iron Sworn, which is the fantasy version of this, you can get a taste of the system, not the setting, but the system itself. Iron Sworn is, like I said, that's been free forever. But it basically was a tease to get you into Starforged. If you don't, do like a lot of fantasy, like I don't do any fantasy on the channel, Starforged is the one in that department. Let's go back here. Oops, I went in the wrong direction. Go back. Go back again. I give you one more, because I've been on here for a good minute, 2.5 hours maybe. Longest live stream I've ever done. We'll do one more here. But those are the two. Oh my gosh, Ashes Without Number. Ashes Without Number. So if you guys are familiar with Kevin Crawford's, his whole series, Without Number series. So you got Stars Without Number, Worlds Without Number, Cities Without Number, and Ashes Without Number. Ashes Without Number is his new post-apocalyptic setting. Cities Without Number is like a cyberpunk thing. Stars Without Number is a sci-fi thing, and The Worlds Without Number is his fantasy stuff. So, the Ashes I don't have Ashes Without Number, I don't think. But I do. That's on sale right now. So it's $24.99, $17.49 right now. Not bad, you know. Obviously, the better one is Starforged. I mean, come on, $20 to $5. Whew. That's a slash and a half, man. Even the Mythic one is pretty good at 33%. Let's see what else they got over here for the Black Friday special. So, okay, so now they actually have, and let's click on, let's go ahead and, because I thought oh man, I can't go sideways, can I? I can move my stuff, but let me see something here. Okay, it doesn't look. I might move me. Hold on a second. I might move me over a little bit. Well, maybe not. Oh, there it is. So, is this a PDF? Okay, so now they're doing PDFs. Okay, I mentioned that earlier for the Marvel stuff. They weren't doing PDFs when they first came out with Marvel stuff. Like, you would go to DriveThruRPG and you would have to play it on Roll20. And it was weird. That was the only way you would get a digital version of the game, because they weren't doing PDFs. Now, apparently, they're doing PDFs. And what's this on sale now? $20? Shoot, I think the hardcover is cheaper than that on the Black Friday special over on Amazon. I don't know. I think they're very, very sensitive when it comes to, stealing their stuff digitally, because you know how it is digitally nowadays. Let me move. I'm just gonna move myself on the other side, just real quick. That's how green screen works, y'all. And let's go over here. And let's just see what they got here. So they've got the X-Men. It's on sale. Battletech for those people who are interested. What else they got here? Cities Without Number. Okay, so if you like Kevin Crawford stuff and you get into cyberpunk stuff, then Cities Without Number is up there. Same slash. So 24 to 17. It's not like the greatest sale, but it's a sale, I mean, it's better than nothing. You got Spider-Verse like right next to it almost. That's what? 20, 99, 10%. So that's 30%. Because there's 30, they're selling it for $30. They're selling it for $30. Really? Anybody think that's a little expensive for a digital copy? A digital copy. You can get that cheaper right now over on Amazon and get the physical copy. Huh. Okay. Let's see what else they got here. Paranoia. About 30% off. Oh, is that the core? Bro, that's the core book, and that's more than $7.50. Okay, there you go, folks. There is your deal. See, that's what I'm talking about when I talk about a deal. This right here, $7.50 down, folks, from $30 they're selling this for. That's a sale. That's a sale. If you get into that kind of, comedic sci-fi stuff that, it's known for, there you go. Right there. Man, that's a sale for you if you like that stuff. And that's what I'm saying. You gotta look for this stuff, man. You gotta look for these deals. I don't. There's certain things that I consider deals, and most of these, some of these I wouldn't consider like Black Friday deals. That's a Black Friday deal. That Paranoia one. That's a Black Friday deal. Okay. Um, some of the ones that are at 30%, kind of, sort of, but for me, it starts at 50% in order for me to consider it to be an actual Black Friday sale, right? So that Paranoia one is for Rilla McGilla. That is a good deal. No cap. Um, Everything else is kind of meh. You know, you know me, y'all. Yeah, y'all know me. I'm picky like a mug. And if I'm going to get a deal for you guys, and I'm going to, put a deal out there for you guys, it's got to be a deal. If it's just a sale, which is just as good too, when something's on sale, that's good too. But the best thing that I've seen here so far, um, Mythic is kind of like a sale, but Starforged, that Paranoia, yeah, that's worth it. Go over to DriveThru RPG, use one of my links down in the description, and then go over there, and your brother gets a little Skrilla on the back end. All right, y'all, 2.5 hours worth of stuff. I've covered a lot of stuff, like a lot of stuff. There is more, but I'm not gonna cover this stuff. I gotta get out. I gotta eat, for crying out loud. Brother's gotta eat. Now, I might go and do another stream. This will not be on YouTube though. Do this on Monday, do a Cyber Monday stream over on Amazon, do something separate, just because a brother's gotta make a little Skrilla doing my thing over here, y'all. I gotta do it. Okay, what did I do here? This thing is kind of cool. I'm still learning this stuff. Okay. Okay, that's what that was. Okay. All right, y'all. Any questions, or anybody want to say anything? Anybody got any deals that you have seen that you kind of want to pass on? Everybody, or anybody else who's in the chat, let us know right now so we can go over there and take a look at it. Because contrary to popular belief, yes, I do still buy stuff, even though I don't have to, but I still do buy stuff. Like I told you, I just got done buying this bad boy right here. This is this. Let me move this back. But I just got done buying my mat here, and this is kind of Crooked America. Okay, right here. Look at that. I love this thing. All these. Once I figured out these play mats, like this is going to be perfect for Outgunned. I'm gonna buy, like I said, I'm gonna buy a couple of these, God willing. But this right here, I had to buy, but it's $12. $12, y'all. Come on. This one I didn't have to buy. Let me show you something that I did not have to buy, and I want you to guess the price. This is my mouse pad. So it's normally over off to the side. This is my mouse pad. Anybody want to take a guess on how much this mouse pad cost? I got it for free. They sent it to me for free to do a video of it, and I did. I actually did a couple. But anybody want to take a gander? Anyone? Bueller? $25. That's a good guess. That's a good guess. $25. It's glass. Let me show you the backside of it. It's got that like rubbery stuff on the backside, and now it decides that it wants to go out of focus. There we go. So you got that rubbery backside, so it's not sliding all over the place. Because the top of this desk right here, without this mouse pad, and it's like really slippery. But yeah, let me tell you how much this costs. At the time, I don't know if it went up in price or whatever, but at the time that I did the video for this, I think it was $75. Yeah, let that sink in. $75 just for the mouse pad. And here it is. I didn't know it was going to be that much. I didn't know it was that much until after I got it. And I went and I looked at it. I was like, oh my gosh, it's $75? It might have even been $80 at the time. I was like, who pays $80 for a mouse pad? Then my wife just talked to me about this the other day. And she asked me about if I did a video for it. I said, yeah, I did it a couple of them long time ago. I said, but you want to know something? Unless I drop this thing, I will never need another mouse pad in my life. So at that point, you got to go, how many mouse pads would you buy within your lifetime? And would it be worth it for that? That's kind of how you got to look at it. Me, I use another mouse pad for what? Because normal mouse pads, they run down and you got to go buy another one. So even if you're buying one every, I don't know, how much do you buy a mouse pad for? How often? I mean, I buy one once every couple of years, maybe, because it gets worn down and stuff. But with that, I'll never buy another mouse pad. But yeah, if you go over on Amazon and look it up, at the time that I looked it up, that one was like $75, $80, I think. I'm almost positive it was $80. Might be on sale now. Who knows? It might even be on sale for Black Friday. It's a good possibility. I looked at it and I don't think it is, because when I was looking at the products and make sure that all of these were like Black Friday deals, the Marvel stuff you can get on Amazon right now. Those are deals. That's a Black Friday deal. And actually all the stuff that I showed you, these are good deals for you to go and buy, or to at least put a bug in the ear of your relatives and so forth, as far as what you want for Christmas, that kind of thing. All right, y'all. Well, I'm going to get off of here. I guess I'm going to go grab something to eat. And I'm kind of like halfway not hungry because I've waited so long now. So now at this point, I'm just kind of like, feel like playing a little bit of Outgunned. Or I am also playing DC Hero 2nd Edition. So for those of you who actually saw over on my Substack, yeah, I'm going to continue for my own pleasure Elkanah's campaign. So he still has a life. So I'm still going to be doing that. I might bring him back like way later on, but I know you guys like to see different games in action over there on Substack, because that's what you guys voted for. So, but I am really looking forward to Outgunned. Let me switch this back to where it's supposed to be. So I'm really looking forward to Outgunned. I made some stuff for that. I think I'm going to slowly let it come in, because there's some stuff for that's just crazy. That's so cool. But I'm going to do most of it analog at first, and then I'm going to start adding things here and there that I've been working on, so you guys will see what's going on with that. All right. Well, I think that's it, y'all. I think I'm going to be out of here. I got to take all these books and stuff and put them back where I had them. So I'm probably going to relax, go upstairs with my wife, eat a little bit of leftovers for my Thanksgiving. We had some turkey, and we had some, what do we have? Turkey, mac and cheese, cranberry sauce, stuffing, kale greens, and I think that's it. And then for like dessert, we had pumpkin pie with some whipped cream on top. Come on, son. So I think I'm going to go and get some of that. So until next time, folks, it's your boy, Servant, serving you up some Black Friday deals. But right now, I got to go. Y'all know what time it is. Let's do it. Peace. 5,000 leaks. I'm gone.